We're trying to see how we can find the price of a bond. Okay, this is the formula for the price of a bond. Okay, what this formula is saying in simple language is this. Let me get this here, what I wrote down. Let me just put it in bold. Yes. The price of a bond is the present value of all the interest payments that you receive and the amount you receive when the bond matures. Okay. The price of the bond is the present value of the interest payments and the amount you receive when the bond matures, which is called the maturity value. Okay. So we're going to look at some examples where we're going to calculate this. Okay. So it says, by my first example here, it says, what is the value of a $1,000 par value bond with a 10% coupon and 9 years to maturity, and the required rate of return is 12%? All right, colleagues, this par value here, as I said, this is the amount when the bond matures. This is how much you're going to be paid, $1,000. Okay. Most bonds are redeemable at par. So this par value is what you're paid when the bond matures. This bond is going to mature after 9 years. So after 9 years, you're going to be paid this $1,000. When you hear a coupon, this is the interest rate of the bond. Okay, the interest rate is 10%. All right, for this bond, that's the interest rate. All right. Then the required rate of return, this is the return that will make the providers of financing for whoever is issuing these bonds. This is the minimum return that they want. Okay, the providers of debt financing or equity financing. Okay, this is the return that they are going to expect, the minimum return, 12%. So this required rate of return is going to be what we'll use as our discount rate to convert these interest payments which we receive in the future into today's value, and this maturity value which will be paid when the bond matures, we're going to convert it into today's value. Okay, so the required rate of return will be used as your discount rate. So the first thing you do when you're calculating the price of a bond, number one, you calculate how much are the interest payments. Okay, interest payments, because we want to find out how much are we paying for this bond. Okay, colleagues, in this question we want to find out how much are we going to pay for this bond. That's what we want to know. Okay, so we said interest payments is the interest rate times the par value. So we say 10% of $1,000, that is $100. So colleagues, what this means is when you purchase this bond, you're going to receive interest payments of $100 for 9 years. This is an annuity. Okay, for 9 years, you'll be receiving interest payments of $100. Okay, then on the 9th year, the last year, after you receive this interest payment of $100, you're also going to be paid this 1,000 par value here on the 9th year. So I want to find out now what is the price of this bond. So in short, what we need to do is we need to get the present value of these interest payments, and we need to get the present value of this par value, which will be paid when the bond matures. Okay, so we have our interest payments. We say, oops, let me put this as interest payments $100. $100. Our R here, which is our discount rate, as I said, is this 12% here. So you convert the 12% into a decimal. Okay, 0.12 to the power negative n. Since the bond matures in 9 years, so this n I'm going to put 9 here over 0.12. The maturity value is this $1,000. The rate here again 0.12. To the power negative 9. Okay. In other books, you see to the power negative t or n. It just means number of periods, and here it's 9 years. All right. Then we do our tabulations. So I'll do the tabulation step by step. So 1 plus 0.12, you get 1.12. Even here, you get 1.12. Then you say 1.12 to the power negative 9. Get our calculators. Colleagues, also try on your calculators so that you don't have problems when doing this in the exam. Okay, so try on your calculators and see if you get the same answer as me. Getting 0.36, 1.12 to the power negative 9, I'm getting 0.36. So here, 0.36, then here 0.36. Okay, then we continue with our tabulations. One minus 0.36, you get 0.64. Okay, this side 1000 times 0.36, you get 360 here. Okay, then you're going to say 0.64 divided by 0.12, you get 5.3. 100 times 5.3. 33 plus 360. So 0.533 times 100, 533.33 plus 360. This plus 360, you get $893.33. So this is how much this bond is going for. Okay. So what happens is when you go and purchase this bond, you're going to pay $893.33. You purchase the bond. Then for 9 years, you'll be receiving interest payments of $100. Then on the final year, apart from the interest payment of $100 that you receive, you're also going to receive this $1,000. That's how the bond operates.